Alright guys, I got a call and then the live just went mute. Yes, as I was saying, welcome back guys, welcome back. So as I was saying, sometime in 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 life, good night everyone and good evening. Sometime in life, God told you that when you were 10, you're going to be an accountant, right? And you see that you're 50 now and you're not an accountant. That doesn't mean you're not an accountant, you know. Your time hasn't come as it. Because in my class, you have some adults. I mean, like, all of the class is adults, I'm pretty sure. But I mean, some big people in there, probably in their 50s, even 60s. I'm telling you, some big people in there. And because God told them, even if God never tell them no, in themselves, say, I'm going to become a lawyer, I'm going to become an accountant. So probably my time is not your time. And we need to understand that sometime in life, we can't rush God. We cannot rush God. Because who are we to rush God? We have to work of God's timing. And I just want to advise each and everybody on the life that my timing is not your timing. And God, anything that God said He will do, He will do it. It might sound impossible and it might look impossible right now, but God say He's going to do it, He will do it. And God is very good and He's very amazing, and we can't understand how God works, but I'm telling you, He's a God of His word. He's a God of His word and He keeps promises. I promise, the Bible tells us that our promise is a comfort to our fool, you know. But I'm telling you, God is the only one that will keep His promise to the end. For eternity, He will keep His promise. And I tell you, He will keep His promise, and He's going to shock you. He's going to shock you so much. Just believe. Just believe. My word to you, believe. And so, like, a word of encouragement to all the single mothers out there. It's hard. Sometimes it's hard. Not going to know it's hard. And you need an extra arm. You don't just want somebody. You don't want an extra arm. You need an extra arm. And it's overwhelming. And it's difficult. And it's everything. But you have to remember that God don't give you more than what you can bear, right? He will never give you more than what you can bear. And you see this child that you have right now, they're a blessing, and God knew what He was doing. Because sometimes we get discouraged, right? And sometimes you might feel like you're all alone on this earth with your child, and your child only can depend on you, but that's not true. Your child have God, and He will never, it seems God will never make a little baby suffer. He never ever make a little baby suffer, I'm telling you. He never ever make a baby suffer. He never do it. Because God loves little children. Suffering not little children come out to me, right? Him love kids, and He will never make a baby hungry. God will said at least we want somebody that's in a fever. I say, you know, you went to my man, and from the baby boy, I never give a baby nothing. Who is in a fever? And all this $5 grand or $4 grand, whatever the case might be. And your friend, if you say, oh God, make out a way. So me I tell you, don't give up. Don't lose faith. Chuggle with the pitney. As well when I say, chuggle with the pitney. Struggle with your child. Struggle with the child, because you see this child is going to be a blessing. One day this child probably, it's not even probably, it's going to help you. Remember me tell you that. Because remember that always tell me that, you know, I didn't plan for you, but God knew what He was doing when He made you. That my mother always tell me. and I believe that God had placed me in her life so that I can help her. Because I'm telling you, it's not easy going. I'm sure a lot of the Jamaicans on this life can say that it's not easy growing up in Jamaica, especially growing up in a humble background, from a humble background, come from a humble background, and you don't really have a lot of resources, especially financial wise. It's hard. Sometimes you can't even find food. Yeah, like let's reason 100, 101. What reason? We're not putting up nothing for social media. We're reason like true individual and real individual. Sometimes back then mama can't find food to put on the stove. And back then in like 3 generations before, 2 generations before, they don't have 1 and 2 children. They have 5 and 6 or probably 12 children. So mama can't afford to feed all of us. And even if one child go to school, the rest can go. Am I lying? If one go to school, the rest can go. And when the one year go to school today, the other one go to school. That's how they alternate. And mama can't find food to feed all of us. And we had to learn. You know, the past generation, they have to learn how to fend for themselves very early. Hence why when I'm talking about the not the middle class, the lower class people. I'm not talking about the middle class and the upper class, the low class people in society back then. They couldn't find food, and the education was not so important to them, because not saying it wasn't important to them, but it was not so relevant like food, if you get what I'm saying. Even today, people are gonna put food over education anytime. And you have to understand. So back then, they had to find a way to fend for themselves. Say education wasn't something where you have to do like how you have to do it now. Like it's so dominant now, and it's so looked upon now. Their only interest was finding food to survive, right? And hence why we had so much uneducated people and dunce people coming from that generation, because them never that think about school, them a think about how to survive, how to eat for another day. And that's why we're not supposed to judge people because of how uneducated they are or bad they speak, because they don't know circumstances that lead them to this. Do you know the circumstances that made me cannot read? No, you don't. You're just judging me because I cannot read. Did you know that when I was growing up, I did not have a chance to go to school? And most of the people that didn't have a chance to go to school, they were some of the brilliant, like they were so brilliant, but they just never have the resource and the opportunity to go to school, to get an education. So that's why I personally believe that nobody does. Some of us just didn't have opportunity. You know, and it's very, in life is very funny, because not because I'm not educated that means I'm going to be at the bottom forever. Because a lot of people that them probably don't have the paperwork, but them have the mind and the mindset to make them have things in the future, to make them wealthy. So yeah, you don't really have to say if you don't have 100 CXC, you're dumb. If you don't have a degree, you're dumb. Nothing goes so. That's just foolishness. That's just mankind's way of what you call it, controlling the economy and controlling people's mind. Because if you think that I don't have a piece of paper to prove that I'm qualified and I'm dumb, that makes me dumb. If I don't have a piece of paper to say, well, I have 11 CHCs, um, straight A profile. That makes me stupid. That's very ridiculous for me, and for educated people saying that, it's very weird, because a piece of paper don't make you qualified. Because they look on doctors, the trainees, they are qualified. Yes, they do have papers to show that they are qualified, and the young doctors, them do have papers to, but sometimes them give people wrong medication. And who will tell you say probably somebody who can read and write good probably give the right medication, you know. So you can't just say that a piece of paper makes you qualified and whatever the case might be. Before I copy my copy, like before real, before somebody do my work. So we can't say, we can't just use that to mark if somebody's smart or not. And back to conversation, right? So like every live I have to bring it up because I find it so funny that our own Jamaicans that speak power every day will look at me and say I'm not educated, I'm not going to be a lawyer because of how I speak, and speak dumb, and I speak like I'm illiterate. And keep in mind, if I meet you guys out the road right now, 99% of the time you're going to speak power to me. And what am I supposed to do? Just be hypey. I'm not going to be hypey because that's not my personality. I'm not hypey. I'm down to earth. I'm just me, and this is just me. You have to appreciate me for me. I can't be somebody else. Yes, I can speak proper English. I can speak properly, but in a surrounding where I feel comfortable and I feel like I can relate to somebody else. I'm not going to speak standard Jamaican English all the time. I'm going to be in some power like that. And in school, it's there was this topic that we did, communication subject that we did, communication task, and said that language is part of society, and society is an indication of how wealthy you are in society and how looked upon you are in society. Language is, and I'm not going to say I don't agree or I disagree. I have an indifferent opinion about that. But yes, it does make you think that, when she speaks proper English, she's from a wealthy background and she's well educated, whatever the case might be. But also, look at Miss Kitty. Miss Kitty will speak patois, and that doesn't mean that she's uneducated. She's a lawyer, but she do speak patois when she's ready. So not because I don't speak standard Jamaican English all the time mean I'm dumb or illiterate. Guys, I'm going to end this live soon because it just came up on my phone that Auntie Dana went live. We have to go over there to support her and watch her live. So just a couple more minutes. I want to say I do appreciate the support. Miss J, thank you so much. I really do appreciate the support. Everybody that reached out to me, all the prayers, all the good comments, all the bad comments. I love you guys from my heart, genuinely so much. And if you see me in real life, you can come up to me and introduce yourself, and I will speak to you because I'm not hyper-typey. Don't be scared of me. You can come to me and speak to me, and I can speak to you, and we can get to know each other. We can probably exchange number. We can keep in touch. Yeah, I really appreciate each and every one that has helped me on my journey. Even it's not money, but it's just a word of encouragement. Because sometimes I'm a downtime when I do go and I read the comments. I'm telling you, I feel 100% better. I tell you. So guys, thank you so much for the support. God will bless you and bless your children and your children. Thank you so much. and every little that you do, it means very, 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 very. It means a lot to me. It means so much to me. If it's just if it's just a hello, sometimes it means so much to me. So when you see me in person, guys, you can say hi, you can say hello. I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to do anything because I love feedback. I love interacting with people. So guys, don't be scared of me. Do have a lovely night, and let's go over to Auntie Diamond Live to see what's going on. Bless up on yourself. Bless up yourself. Bless up, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you for all the support. Thank you. Bye.